Hi guys, welcome back to this channel. This is Heavenly Bride. My name is Sheila, and this is where we prepare for um, coming earthly marriages and also for the coming of Christ. As we all know, we are preparing for the coming of Christ. That's more important than your earthly marriage. So stay focused. Just know that your earthly marriage, it's only a representation of what's coming ahead. And in today's video, it's more of practical knowledge that I'm going to share. Today, I'm going to talk about how to prepare to have a family. When I started, or when God led me to start this channel, one of the things I wanted to share was the practical side of preparing for marriage, not just the theory part that people normally tell us. And therefore, this is just the first video of it. I trust God to do more videos about what really goes on in marriage, that those who are singles and waiting for marriage should actually be ready for. So, as I've mentioned, we are going to talk about how to prepare to have a family. I'm in a very interesting season of my life. By God's grace, God has been doing some amazing things behind the scenes. I'm in a very busy season of my life. I have so much in plate, and that's the reason why I'm here with this video. Now, just to let you know that it's not easy to have a family. Having a family takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of effort, it takes a lot of resources, time. It just takes so much. And God has allowed me to experience part of it in this season of my life. And therefore, I'm just here to share some of the things that I've been able to learn so far as far as marriage is concerned. So the first thing I'm going to mention is it's very very important for you as a single person who's preparing to get married or someone who is already in marriage to know that there's an order of doing things when you have a family. There's an order of the people that deserve your attention, or the things that you need to pay attention to. There's an order. And surprisingly, at my place of work, in the recent past, we've been talking about work-life balance, and it's interesting for me to hear that some of my colleagues have been sharing words on how they've been finding it difficult to balance work and life, and part of it is part of that. It involves just how you give time to your family, how you balance life with ministry, with business and career, and all that. And therefore, the first thing I need you to know, or you need to know, is that the first person that deserves your attention is God. And then your spouse comes next after God, and then your children, and then other members of your family before any other person, before your friends and all that. So the order is first God, second it's your spouse, third it's your children, and then the rest of your family members, and then now friends and colleagues can follow, or any other person um, can follow that chain. So that's it. This is just a reminder that you should not forget God when you get married, and don't put your spouse before God, or don't put God your spouse, or don't put your children with your spouse. Yeah, there's an order of things: God, spouse, then children, other members of your family. That includes your in-laws and your extended family members, then your friends and colleagues, and then the rest of the people can come along. So that's the first thing, is an order of who you should give your attention to. The next thing I'll probably share is just know that both of you are equal partners. As you're getting married or as you're preparing to get married, or for those who are already in marriage, know that you are equal to your partner. So that means both of you are giving 100%. When you get into your marriage, I know the society has put rules and structures of who should be the provider, of who should stay at home and take care of the children. And that's just an order that someone came up with. Just follow God and know that both of you are supposed to work. Both of you are supposed to work. The man was given the vision, and the woman was called to help. So both of you should be working, and also both of you should take care of the kids. I encourage you to do so, because what I've noted that is that when maybe one person maybe goes out to work and leaves the other person to take care of the family, you find that the person who has taken time to work or is there to provide, he's going all out to provide for the family, will barely spend time with the children. And for the person who maybe has quit their job to stay at home to take care of the kids, maybe when this other spouse maybe is not there or loses their job or something happens to them, you'll find that the other person will be left stranded. So I believe that this both of you should work, and both of you should take care of the kids. Both of you should chip in to take care of the bills. Both of you should, you are equal partners. So there's nothing that the other person cannot. If it's cooking, man, before you got married, you're cooking, right? And this person is just coming to help. So you should know how to cook for your family. You should be ready. Yeah, there is no gender roles. Believe me, there is no gender roles. Those are just systems that men came up with, or the world came up with. And in kingdom marriage, we are doing it different. So you're equal partners. So both of you are expected to give you all your 100%, and the other person, yeah, your spouse gives 100, you also give 100, and together you become a team. So that's an important thing that you should know. Um, as I've just mentioned, the next point is also supporting the other point that I've just given. As much as both of you will be working, or one of you maybe, I don't know, will be earning more than the other, it's important for you to understand that God is your provider. Your husband is not your provider for the ladies, or for the men who are used to staying at home, I don't know, and or just sit and do nothing. Your wife is not the provider of your home. Both of you should rely on God as your provider. Reason is that I've seen that, or I've heard of cases where, for example, when the lady starts earning more, you start disrespecting your spouse just because they are not bringing in any money. Maybe they have lost their source of income, they have lost their jobs, maybe their business has been closed, or something has happened, and you start disrespecting your spouse just because you're thinking you're bringing in more. Um, whatever you do to cater for the bills of the family or to bring in income to the family, you should be able to know that it's not you who has brought the money. God is the source. God is the provider. He is the Jehovah Jireh. You know Jehovah Jireh. So no matter who brings the money in or brings more money than the other, should not be an issue. That money is from God. You're just a channel that God has used. That money came from a source, and that source is God. So understand that very well. Even for the guys, maybe at some point in your life, maybe you will lose your job or you find that things are not working out, or maybe just your wife is doing much better than you or bringing in more money than you. It's important for you as a guy to understand that, yeah, those are just structures and things that men have come up with. Yeah, stop believing all these ideas out there, that a woman should not earn more than you. That's world way of thinking. um, Understand that as long as God is the source, He can use anyone to bring income to your family. He can use anyone to provide for your family. So you should be okay even when you see your wife prospering. As a husband, you should be okay to support her. He appears or she appears, or yeah, if your wife appears to be doing so well in her career, you know, and vice versa. As a wife, you shouldn't feel jealous when your husband is bringing in more money. That money is for all of you. So God is the source, God is the provider. And the minute you understand that, it will be easier for you. Even when things don't work or when things are working for your partner, you'll be able to support them and be happy for them. And remember that you're always a team. You're not in competition. You're a team. When the other person is winning, both of you are winning. When the other person is losing, both of you are going down. So yeah, keep that in mind. Okay, I think let me check my notes. I think I've said much, or what God wanted me to say for today. I don't want to take a lot of time in today's video, but I hope to do more of these videos in the near future. And that's all for today. And may God bless you. And I just want to share a verse before I go. Scriptural, what I'm sharing with you guys. I think it's in the book of Luke, chapter 14, verse 28. Let me just turn to that chapter or verse. Luke chapter 14, verse 28. The Bible says, For which of you, for which of you intending to build a tower does not sit down first and count the cost, whether he has enough to finish it, lest after he has laid the foundation and is not able to finish, all who see it begin to mock him. So this is the verse that I want to leave you guys with before you start your family or as you're preparing to get married. Know that it takes so much to start a family. It takes so much. I'm just in an interesting season right now. It takes so much to take your kids to school. It's expensive. It takes so much to feed a family. It's very expensive. It takes a lot of time to prepare meals. It's just so involving, to prepare kids to go to school, to take care of a home, to be a homemaker, to clean, to do all that. It just takes a lot to provide, to make sure that your family is catered for. there's so much that goes around a home or goes on at home, and we'll just prepare for that. For those who are trusting God to get married, it's not going to be easy, but God is encouraging us to count the cost, be ready, pay for that cost, so that you see you excel in your marriage. It's very important that you excel in your marriage, or you sustain the blessing that God is giving you in this time, or has already given you. It's very important for you to be able to sustain that blessing. So be prepared and put that in mind, and hope that this blesses you, and may God give you grace and give you the wisdom that you need even as you prepare for the next stage of your life. That's it for today, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.